clear as crystal it flows, and from your throne it goes.
So much of our understanding has been influenced by philosophy, by Greek philosophy, but we don't get it because that's the filter, that's the framework we've been giving to say this happens because of this happens because of this. There's no logic, there's no causality in the gospel. It's all about the relationship. In Greek philosophy, you have Neoplatonism, you've got Plato and these people, and they had philosophy around God and how the character of God was. In that time, showing emotion was a weakness. So according to them, how they would see God, he would have no emotion, he would be timeless, all that. So to them it was a sovereign being that was somewhere, I don't know how that works, and he was just looking at us, and he was very displeased with us actually, and he was perfect and he couldn't look upon sin. But now there's a problem. Jesus became sin for us, and we were made in his image. So this is trying to make God sound bad, and he is not bad. He's very good. So philosophy showed, for example, God on the one side, matter on the other side. Now everything like your mind, they would think your mind, your soul, all that goes up to heaven, okay, because it's godly. So that's why not showing emotion and things like that would go to heaven. Your matter would go to hell. So your body, everything like that, everything that goes with it would go to hell. So now there's this problem because Jesus became flesh for us, and this dualism frame of separation. Now everything about God leads to integration, not to separation. That's why in the psychology field you've got people who develop multiple personalities. They get broken. Now that's what dualism does. It breaks things up to pieces. Now God is not holding everything together anymore because everything seems to be working on their own, maintain themselves, and it's not the truth. God is holding everything together. Everything exists inside of him. Nothing can be outside of him. I love how John says that Jesus is the light. He's the light of the world. Now remember, it also says that the light was shining in the darkness, but the darkness cannot comprehend it. We think darkness is the devil. That's what I've always thought, until I started reading about dualism and what dualism does. Now, if we think the kingdom of darkness is the devil, that means that he must be a god, because he's in his own place and doing whatever he's doing. No. Where does the devil get the energy? How can he sustain himself? Yes, we all have free will, but you need to be sustained by Jesus. Now, the power of Satan lies in blindness and darkness. If you can't see Jesus for who he is, then we are blinded. Remember what Paul said. He came to open the eyes, to turn them from darkness to light, from the power of darkness, the kingdom of darkness, for the power of Satan, to the kingdom of light and our glorious God. So heaven and hell cannot be separated. But wait, Amelia, now you start going into universalism lockdown and you can't even hear a word I'm saying. If you say heaven and hell is all in God, because that's what scripture says, everything is inside of God. Everything is inside of God. Nothing can be outside of Him. If you say that, then everyone should go to heaven. Right, that's what universalism teaches. Because they don't like the separation. They don't like this thing about separation. But separation and universalism are both on the same frame. They just don't know it. The framework is both separation. Look, if I can explain to you like this. When you die, you're going to stand in front of a person. You're not going to stand in front of logic. Jesus died for all. Now, therefore, all is going to heaven. No. Jesus died and the gates are open. So you can come in. You are going to stand in front of a person. It's not based on logic or causality. It's based on, do you know Him? It's relational. God is relational, therefore He responds to relationship. It's not a slot machine to go, Jesus did this, now this, and because it all works in the same manner. You see? Separation, universalism, everything exists inside of Christ, but you have a choice where you want to go. So let me shock you another thing. Revelations 14 verse 10. I'm going to shock you. I think so. Whatever we believe the lake of fire is, if you read it, it says, you will be thrown into the lake of fire in the presence of the holy angels and before the throne. So not even there can you be separated from Him. So what's going on? We can never ever be separated from Him. See, what we've done is we've taken our philosophy and how people have perceived Him, and we've added some Christian views to it, and we made a big sandwich, and we're eating that sandwich every day. And this is all based on people trying to understand the Father. That's why most people, atheism, they walk away from God because they look at the Father. No one has a problem with Jesus. They have a problem with the Father. But Jesus came to show us the heart of the Father. And Jesus is the only one who knows the Father. None of the prophets knew Him. Jesus says, I'm the only one who knows the Father. And if you see me, you see the Father. Bless you.